I just got my first tattoo done about 2 months ago, and my first tattoo happens to be on my spine. And people find it so crazy that I got my first tattoo on my spine. So I decided to make this video to help those who are seeking information. You're on YouTube looking up so many spine tattoo videos, you're freaked out, you don't know whether or not it's gonna hurt or it's gonna be a breeze. I'm here to explain my experience and give some tips that helped me heal my tattoo, even though I am not a professional and you should talk to your tattoo artist first. I feel like I got some tips that helped me and it may help you as well. So, yeah. First and foremost, let me get this out the way. Did it hurt? No. For me, for my experience, it did not hurt at all, and I am so mad that I got so freaked out at first listening to so many people talk about it's gonna hurt because it's right on the bone and yada 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 yada. You don't even feel it on the bone. For me, from my experience, it felt like a bunch of bee stings followed by a massage, like right after. Well, it was still like a mix of bee stings, but then it started to feel like a massage right after. And like I said, it's just my experience. But if I were to listen to so many people, I probably would have never gotten my spine tattoo. But I'm very stubborn, so. But going into this, the truth of the matter is you're not gonna know if it's going to hurt or not unless you actually go through with it. And for me, I feel like I felt so much, I felt worse pain than that tattoo. Like, I find period cramps and waxing more painful than getting a spine tattoo. Like, the spine tattoo really didn't hurt as much to me at all. Like, there were certain spots that were kind of a little bit spicy, but it wasn't like that bad. I mean, you gotta be the type that can handle pain and also the type that likes pain. I mean, that sounds a little bit kinky, but if you're one of those types, I feel like it won't really hurt as much, like how everybody is saying. So for people who are looking into getting tattoos and whether or not should you get a tattoo that is meaningful, because there are people who are just like, you shouldn't get a tattoo unless it's meaningful and blah 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 blah. To me, I feel like it doesn't have to mean anything major in order for you to get a tattoo. But to be honest, nowadays, since everything is just so, what's the word I'm looking for? People are doing things just to do it, or it's cool. Like, there's no context behind a lot of things nowadays, like music and art and all that. I do find it pretty cool when somebody does get a tattoo that is meaningful to them and it's unique, because a lot of things nowadays is just, it's just not it. Like, there's no thought process, there's no inspiration behind art nowadays, like music and all that. So I do find it fascinating when people do get tattoos that are meaningful to them. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But you don't gotta, like, if it's just cute, you just want to get it, whatever. But for me, the tattoo that I got is pretty meaningful. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So I drew it out. Don't judge me. It was like late at night and I put all this together. So for those who watch my content, I am a part of a indigenous Native American tribe in the Carolinas, and I got this arrow. So it was like 2 in the morning when I drew this out. So I drew like this arrow. Don't judge the feather. Um yeah, so I drew out the arrow, and because it's very symbolic in the Native American culture, and I drew the leaves wrapped around it because I consider myself to be like a free spirit, like all that good stuff. And right here I have two different claws. So the top is a wolf claw. I got that done because that is my animal spirit. And I got it like right at the top of the feather on purpose. And at the bottom is a bear claw. And I got that done right at the bottom because my indigenous name has a bear in it. Should I even tell you guys my Native American nickname? Tribal name? I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. But but it does have a bear, like my name does have a bear in it. And my chief was telling me that he feels like I have like this kind of like caring mama bear spirit. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got that done to my tattoo. And yeah, so that's pretty unique to me. No one else really got that tattoo. I haven't seen nobody with that kind of tattoo. So that's why I got it done. What did I do to help my tattoo heal? So afterwards, he put like this, it wasn't a Sanoderm like wrap. It's called a tattoo derm. It's like a second skin wrap. He put that on and I wore that for 24 hours. I know some people like to like take it off as soon as they get home, but I wore it for 24 hours and that's what he advised me to do. So I listened to him. And afterwards, I took the wrap off. You know, I washed it. There was leakage, but that is normal. I washed it, and then from day on, afterwards, even still to this day, well, except for one thing that I took out. So I used, which was advised by my tattoo artist, by the way. I used the Hustle Butter antibacterial soap, and I used their Hustle Butter lotion, and I use that every day. Like I don't use the antibacterial soap no more. I stopped using that after like maybe 2.5, 2 to 3 weeks, and now I just use the Hustle Butter. I use that every day, and I feel like that definitely helped me with healing my tattoo, and it helped with the color a lot. I also drank a lot of water. I still drink a lot of water, and I also drank a lot of orange juice. Oranges does help with the skin, so I definitely advise for you to drink orange juice or eat oranges, whatever. And when it comes to putting on the lotion, you want it to be non-scented. Like this does have a, this Hustle Butter right here has a really nice smell to it, but it's not like, it's not like perfume. It's like it's very natural because it has like mango butter in it and stuff like that. And that's what I used. You don't want to use too much because if you get it all greased up, looking all shiny, it is an open wound and that's going to cause you to get like infected. So very light, very little bit of the lotion, whatever you decide to use. Make sure it's not scented. And yeah, you want to let your tattoo breathe. So I wore like a lot of loose clothing and I did not sleep on my back. You do not want to sleep on your tattoo. And if you are a workout holic like myself, like you like going to the gym, you work out at home, at the park, whatever, you don't want to work out for 10 days. And that was hard for me to do. I had no idea that you was not supposed to work out. I saw plenty of people go to the gym like the day after getting their tattoo, but if you sweat a lot, you might, infect your tattoo. So it's best to just let your body heal, relax. Like, this is going to be on you for the rest of your life. So therefore, you want it to look really good. Like, you don't want it to heal poorly. Another thing too, the only thing for me is that I had to get it redone because majority of my tattoo healed perfectly. Like, the color is still there, but the top part, the feather, that I had to get it redone. I did live stream it just to like show people that it was not so bad. I had to get it redone because my body rejected the color that I wanted. Like, I had a mixed turquoise with mint green, and for some reason my body like rejected it. Like, I lost a lot of its color, so I had to get it redone. And oh, another thing, if you have a arched back like myself, if it's like very arched, what my tattoo artist did, he had to stick like this hard pillow. I had to lay on top of this hard pillow just to keep my back as straight as possible, to for him to like place it like very perfect, because when your back is like very arched, it's hard to place the tattoo. And if your back is too arched, then possibly you may want to get a tattoo somewhere else, because the tattoo is going to end up looking like something a little bit different than how it's drawn out because it's so arched. But yeah, that's just a side note. Um anything else? Anything else besides the fact that it did not hurt at all, at least for me. It didn't hurt for me. Don't listen to everybody else. If you want a tattoo on your spine, go for it. The day that you get your tattoo, you want to eat 4 hours before, or at least that's what my tattoo artist told me. Eat 4 hours before going there, and also drink a lot of water. I didn't drink water because I went in, I was like, I don't feel like getting up to use the bathroom. I just want to get this over with. That's it. But that wasn't good. Like, you want to drink water before getting your tattoo because the skin will absorb the ink better. And if I would have knew that, I would have drunk water right before my tattoo. Matter of fact, the day that I got my top part redone, I drank a lot of water then. So I think that second round helped me a lot. So yeah, drink water before getting your tattoo. Side note, some people are not going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Ever since I was a teenager, I always wanted a spine tattoo. And at the same time, I felt like I was too young for it. And I was just like, let me wait till I get a little bit older. And if I still want a spine tattoo, then I'll get one, because it's going to be on me for the rest of my life. So let me make sure that I really want this tattoo. And on top of that, when you're young, your body's still growing. And especially like during the times of, I don't know, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Depending on your life or whether you're going through a lot or not. Like, for me, I was going through a lot at that time, and I lost like 20 pounds. Like, my body was just constantly like fluctuating. So I waited to my late 20s, and I feel like now is a good time to get my tattoo. Plus, I'm mostly into my womanly shape, so I don't gotta really worry about my body like going through all of these changes. Because if you get your tattoo done when you're younger and you're still growing, by the time you like get into your womanly shape, just speaking on women alone, but by the time you get into like your whole womanly figure and all that, your tattoo placement might not be in the same spot where it was before, or it might be like looking all stretched out or too small, like. So for me, I waited, and I definitely advise for you to wait till like you're at least 25, because that's when you start coming into your own, and you're like set on like who you are and what you like. So at least 25. I know whoever's watching this who's like 21 years old, they're like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna get my tattoo. Like, feel free to get it, but I'm just saying. Oh, another thing too, you want to keep your tattoo out of the sun, because if you have a freshly new tattoo and you go directly into the sun, your tattoo is going to heal so poorly. You want to stay out of the pools, like out of water. For me, I took no baths, just showers, and I was in and out. I didn't have my tattoo soak into the water like too much. So you want to stay out of water and you want to be quick with your showers. So yeah, no sun, be quick with your showers, no pools. So if you are getting a tattoo in the summertime, you better think twice, because you are not going to be able to swim in the ocean beaches and get in the pools. Like, you gotta wait like a month, at least a month, before doing all of that. And when you do finally like show your tattoo, like have it out in the sun, you want to wear sunscreen. And another thing too, for long term, like, you really want your tattoo to look at its best, they say, because I googled it, that it takes like 3 to 6 months for your tattoo to like heal, because it's still healing from the inside. So right now I do not have, like, I do not walk around with my tattoo out like that, because I did bought a lot of like outfits that will show my back, but I haven't worn them yet. I'm gonna wait like one more month before doing all that, and I will use sunscreen. So that's about it for this video. Like I said, it didn't hurt as much to me. It just felt like bee stings followed by a massage. Like I said, like, you YouTube all this, the whole spine tattoos, you're gonna find like mixed reviews. Some people find that it hurt a lot. Some people find that it didn't hurt as much. Like, you're not gonna really know unless you go and get it done yourself. And a lot of the times people saying that, oh, a spine tattoo is gonna hurt, like your friends, family, whatever, most of the time they don't even have a spine tattoo. So how you gonna tell me that's gonna hurt? Like, you didn't even get it done yourself. So yeah, like when I went in, I was pretty relaxed. Like, sometimes we tend to overthink things. So I went in pretty relaxed, and yeah, it didn't hurt that much. So I definitely advise, if you really want a spine tattoo, go for it.